Welcome to Apartment Luxe, where luxury meets imagination.
The elevator doors open into silence. Not emptiness. Silence engineered like a feature. A vestibule in satin aluminum and white terrazzo receives the arrival. Edges curved where wall meets floor. A radius so soft it looks grown, not built. Light falls from a hidden channel, a tone calibrated to feel like clarity itself. At the end of the vestibule, a floating glass staircase rises from the oak like something rendered on a display rather than built in space. Structural glass treads, fixed to aluminum fins, cantilevered, the form familiar to anyone who has walked through Apple Fifth Avenue, yet quieter, private. It ascends to the private wing with a softness unexpected from glass. A faint hum of the air system lives beneath perception, movement without mechanism. The living room is a clearing in the architecture. A frameless corner of glass erases two walls entirely, skyline entering the home with no intermediary. Central Park spreads below like a retina landscape. Satin aluminum column sleeves dissolve into the glazing, metal becoming light. Seating in wool and pale leather, low and sculptural, shapes that feel cast, not stitched. A coffee table in white terrazzo floats above a polished aluminum ring. Beneath it, a rug in soft gray, texture like AirPods case lining. Not fuzzy, not plush, something in between. Dining sits forward on the spine, aligned to the windows like a product on a plinth. A table of machined aluminum mirrors, unibody design, surface seamless, edges curved, legs recessed. Chairs in oak and wool with no visible fasteners. The feeling is less dining set and more interface for gathering. The kitchen arrives like a prototype. Counters without joints, sink integrated, slope gradual, the way a camera bump resolves into a frame. Induction lives under. Stone, heat blooming through surface like an iPhone waking from sleep. Cabinets open with pressure, touch, release, glide. Inside, drawers lined in suede. Dividers magnetic, configurable. At the end of the public spine, a white seamless room waits like an OS boot screen. No handles, no hinge shadows. When doors open, they open into themselves. Depth dissolving, like an interface animation without pixels. This room is not meant for living. It is meant for resetting. Beyond it, a courtyard atrium opens to the sky. An internal void lined in acoustic felt panels the color of cloud banks. Air feels thicker here, warmer, held like breath. A tree rises at the center, branches held in alignment by tension wires hidden in seams. Light lands on leaves the way haptic feedback lands on skin. Subtle, directional, unmistakable. A hallway of white oak and aluminum leads to the private wing. The spine continues. No turn, no break, just progress. The primary suite unfolds at the end. A threshold of matte glass opens with a change in air pressure, not impact. Inside, the room behaves like an operating system. Space organized by logic, not furniture. Walls in warm white plaster curve into the ceiling. No corners, no intersections. Light wraps. It does not land. The bed floats on a terrazzo plinth, wool headboard curved like the contour of a device. Edges softened by radius. Upholstery seamless, like the seam where glass meets aluminum. Sheets in cloud-colored cotton, pillows in wool approaching the texture of felt AirPods cases. The primary bathroom is a continuity of the suite. Terrazzo in white and pale gold underfoot, a shower in satin aluminum and glass, drain invisible, water disappearing with the precision of data into architecture. A freestanding tub sits beneath a skylight, water filling from a slit in the ceiling. No fixture visible, a line of mineral falling like software compiling. Mirrors flush to the wall, edges lit like a screen waking in a dark room. Light calibrated to avoid shadow. Every decision here feels like interface. The closet is a magnetic grid of white oak and aluminum. Shelves unlock with a touch, reconfigure with magnetic rails. Accessories hang with no visible hooks. Drawers lined with suede, interior divisions padded, invisible hinges. Ventilation routed behind wool felt. A row of shirts hangs at the exact height of the eye, spacing equal not from effort, but design. The second bedroom is monochrome intelligence. Dark wool carpet, pale oak paneling, a bed in graphite fabric with curved corners like a device on sleep mode. A desk in satin aluminum, edges like chamfer, a curve that meets the fingertips and disappears. An iPad rests open on the desk, a stylus asleep beside it, a note unfinished. Curtains in fog gray lift and fall without hardware. Its bathroom is matte white stone, edges curved like interface buttons before the age of flat UI. The sink is a basin with no basin, just a slope that understands water. The third bedroom is the warmest. Oak slat walls curve, like the body of a Mac Pro. Terrazzo bedside platforms curl into the base of the bed. Lamps in matte glass emit diffuse illumination, like a screen at 1% brightness in a dark room. The bathroom here copies the sink model of a shell, a single radius from counter to basin, as if rendered, not carved. A studio sits off the spine, not an office, not a workshop, a studio. A table in satin aluminum, a wall of magnetic oak hosts sketches, prototypes, prints. Held with soft magnetic pressure, a gym looks over the city, rubberized terrazzo, framed by stainless edges, mirrors flush without frame, treadmills in satin gray, cables routed through the floor, a water station built into the wall, a slit, a touch, a stream, a steam niche in matte white ceramic, humidity thick but controlled. No chrome, only aluminum. The terrace suspends outside the spine. Frameless railings of sapphire glass curve outward like a phone screen under tension. Central Park drops away like a rendered wireframe. Floor in white terrazzo with a pattern so fine it disappears in daylight. Built-in seating runs the length. Cushions in fog white. Magnetic docking at the base for devices. Sunlight turns the skyline into an icon grid. Inside, the spine continues, forward, toward rooms unseen, the shape of progress. If you enjoyed the tour, like the video. Share your thoughts in the comments. Let us know where you're watching from. Subscribe for more stories where luxury meets imagination.